the next thing we'll move on to is actually something for Chris. You did your Magic Mountain 5-part documentary this year. You've done like a few documentary style things like with the Worlds of Adventure, I guess Jaga Lake. But this was like your biggest project yet, at least as a documentary, and I imagine probably just for the channel in general. So my question was for that was like how were you able to make this series, and how was it different like doing it than some of the other videos you
So
made?
the other videos, like I could probably throw together the research in a day, maybe 2 days for a lot of these mini documentaries that I've done. It doesn't take very long to make a 15-minute video, but these videos were all together like about 2 hours. Like if you did it from front to back, they're all about 20 minutes long. So there's 5 of them. So yeah, it was probably close to 2 hours if you put them all together. I did all my research through primary sources mainly, so old newspaper articles.
Wow.
Especially, it was because a lot of the stuff is easy to find articles on from the internet. Like Worlds of Adventure, the whole thing collapsed during the age of the internet and roller coaster websites and stuff like that. But when Magic Mountain started back in the late 60s, early 70s, there was nothing like that. So I had to go through probably 1,000 or 1,500 articles a year for every year, and there was 50 years, so it was well over 50,000 articles, newspaper articles I had to go through. Each video probably took 2.5 weeks to make.
Oh my god!
Wow.
From to research, to write, to find clips for, that was extremely difficult to find clips for them, especially for the early days. That's why a lot of it was stills. I relied on like the Kiss meets the Fan of the Park for some footage from the 70s, like just stuff like that. Or the movie Roller Coaster also helped out. And unfortunately for me, that series did really poorly on my channel. I was kind of like, oh, I feel like I can do this all the time because, I'm a historian and that stuff's kind of fun. But yeah, it wasn't even like, oh, it underperformed. Like, no, it actually did bad compared to other videos. So I still might do Kings Island next year because they're doing their 50th anniversary.
That'd be cool.
But man, for the amount of work that it took to put that together and the amount of support that I got on YouTube, I mean, it got positive reviews and everything, but just the view counts just weren't there. And it was just hard to justify pouring my life into it again for, I can make another, ranking video that I'll do twice as well. It takes me like 1/10 of the time to do. So I don't know, just things to consider.
I'd say that's one of the worst things about being a YouTuber.
Yeah. No, in general, I've told people in the past, the harder you work on something, the better it'll do. And that's always been true until this documentary came out. So at least for me, it's been true. So yeah, it was a lot. It was a ton of work, but I don't know, maybe I'll get the urge to do it again next year for Kings Island, and maybe I'll just do it.
Yeah, I mean, as someone who watched all 5 of them and thoroughly enjoyed it, like that was honestly like some of the best, I would say, coaster content like on YouTube, like just in general, having that 5-part documentary. So
I watched all 5 parts too. It was great.
I appreciate that. Yeah, what was encouraging was all the positive feedback I got from it. Even some people that used to work there were, commenting and everything. Yeah, so like that was nice, and that made, and also the Magic Mountain was, it was my home park for so long, and I worked there, and I've known so much about it that it was kind of like I wanted to learn more about it. So I guess for other parks, we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, but that is unfortunate. I also I can agree with you with like the whole YouTube thing. Like I started doing like the reaction like live streams to like the announcements, and it's like I just do it like on a whim, and I'm like, I don't think these will do very well. And then my most viewed stream is a Fiesta Texas reaction stream, more than any of these, which I put a lot more time into. So it's like, dang. But no, I understand. Like, yeah, but I mean, the people who watch really enjoy this, and I know for that project, you did like pretty much everyone who watched it really enjoyed it. So
yeah,
but that is definitely a very difficult thing for sure.
Mm-hmm.
My most recent vlog I've done, it was honestly one of my favorite videos I've ever made. And I get it, it's still new, but yeah, the view count I wasn't impressed by.
Yeah. I tried to help you out there too.
I know, I appreciate that, but it's just all up to the viewers, I guess, whether they want to watch or not.
Yeah.
Like, you're right. Clickbait titles is really what helps out a lot. Like
Unfortunately.
Ryan, when you see problematic coasters, grabs people's attention, or Coaster College with his "What really happened," this accident, grabs people's attention, that. And I thought that just having the history of something would be good, because like a theme park expedition theme park has stuff like that, and they do great. So I didn't think there was anything wrong with it in terms of just the presentation. But I do try to clickbait to an honest level. Like I'll never try to be misleading with the clickbait, because then you just lose your credibility. But you always got to try to draw people in as best as you can without going overboard.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm working on a video series again, so the Under the Radar coasters. We'll see how that goes. I'm very curious. Just saw. Thank you, Sotbug, for the $5 donation. I appreciate that. And yeah, the YouTube thing, it's real. So that's all I gotta say. Yeah, your thumbnails, Chris. You've done I think you've done a pretty good job with those. I think, like, even my mom, I think we have YouTube, and I've watched a few coasters on the TV. Like, I think there's been some times where she's seen a thumbnail and she's like, "Oh, I want to see that," even though she's
I
not into
think title
coasters.
is number one. Title is number one, but I think thumbnail is number two. So I'm very, very deliberate about my thumbnails. Like, I spend sometimes half an hour or more trying to crop everything just right to get it, and I'll throw emojis on there because everyone loves emojis, right?
Yeah, that's kind of why. Yeah. But no, that's cool. That's cool to hear about, for sure.
Don't listen to the Reddit haters.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, Reddit is like, I've never seen myself get grilled on there. I'm sure there's like something somewhere, but like some people, it's like, wow, they really go after them.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I like, for me, it's like, if you don't like something, then you just don't watch it. But a lot of people seem to watch it and then want to complain about it. But that's just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird like that.
Oh, well, you still get your views, though.
Yeah, you get your views, though.
That's why I told people on the end of that video, I was like, well, thanks for watching anyway. You're helping my channel, if you hate it.
Yeah, I always find that like really funny. It's like, if you don't like it, yeah, just don't watch it. Then that solves it. So yeah, that's interesting for sure.